All right, let's unpack this. Imagine a world where every single lesson, every exercise, really every bit of feedback is perfectly tuned just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not, to a classroom average or some generic syllabus, but really specifically to your learning style, your pace, and your unique strengths and challenges.
Yeah,
That's basically the promise of AI and personalized learning, and today we're doing a deep dive into what feels like the future of education.
it really does.
Our mission here is to, well, cut through the hype, get to the most important insights, and maybe uncover some genuinely surprising facts about how artificial intelligence is making this whole vision a reality.
And to guide us on this deep dive, we've pulled together some really comprehensive insights from some excellent sources.
Mm.
We'll be drawing from articles by Herix Digital and Forbes, and also some detailed analysis from Cleaned.
Okay.
These sources give us a really robust look, I think, at both the huge potential and, frankly, the practical challenges of putting AI into education.
So let's kick things off with the basics. What exactly is personalized learning? Because fundamentally, it's a student-centered strategy, right?
Right.
And it's really designed to tackle that age-old problem, student disengagement. It's about moving away from that, one-size-fits-all classroom and actually tailoring the educational experience to what each learner prefers, what they need, and their own natural pace.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. For decades, education has often felt like a mass production line.
Yeah.
Everyone gets the same stuff at the same speed. Doesn't matter if you're struggling to keep up or if you're bored because you got it ages ago.
Right.
So when we talk about like revolutionizing education and actually equipping students for success in, well, today's world, customizing these learning environments is absolutely key. It lets us meet students where they actually are, which usually leads to much better outcomes.
Which, yeah, naturally brings us to the big question.
Yeah.
How exactly does AI pull off this kind of incredibly precise customization? And maybe more importantly, what are the specific ways it's making a real difference for you as a learner right now?
That's where it gets really interesting. One of the probably the most impactful applications is adaptive learning technology.
Okay.
And this isn't just like tweaking the content slightly. We're talking about AI algorithms that modify learning material pretty much instantaneously based on how a student is doing in real time.
Wow.
They're constantly analyzing your answers, your speed, maybe even where you pause to adjust the pace and the material right then and there.
So it's almost like the system is reading your mind a little bit, or at least your confusion.
Precisely. Well, maybe not mind reading, but it's constantly pinpointing the specific gaps in your understanding, things that might just get missed in a big classroom.
Right, makes sense.
You know those adaptive tests you sometimes take, like in math or languages? That's AI constantly pushing you at just the right level. So you don't get too frustrated if it's hard, but you also don't get bored if it's too easy. It kind of builds this proactive learning path, constantly strengthening your foundations. That's something a human teacher just can't realistically do for every single student at that scale.
That's incredible. And I guess it goes beyond just the tests. I've heard terms like skillful mentoring initiatives and cognitive tutoring systems. What exactly are those? Are they different?
Good question. They're basically AI-powered virtual tutors. You can access them anytime, day or night, and they offer instruction based on your specific needs.
Oh.
But the cognitive part is key. It's not just about responding to what you type. They're designed to sort of mimic how a human tutor understands why you're making a mistake, not just that you made one.
Oh, okay. Deeper insight.
Yeah, they try to dig into your thought process. It's almost like having a personal tutor who knows your strengths and weaknesses inside out. They use interactive problem solving, sometimes gamification elements too, to make it more, well, entertaining and engaging. Imagine like mastering some complex science idea, and it feels as satisfying as beating a level in a game.
So yeah, definitely no more just endless, boring drills. And it sounds like it's not just about what you learn, but also how you learn it. You mentioned AI enables multifaceted and dynamic content delivery.
Absolutely. That means the AI can pull together different formats, text, audio, video, interactive bits,
Right.
creating these really rich, multimodal learning experiences.
Right.
So if you're a visual learner, maybe it serves up more videos and infographics.
Yeah.
If you learn better by listening, maybe more podcasts or narrated lessons. It actually adapts how you get the information,
Yeah.
not just what information you get. It tries to match your learning style, which makes it more engaging and hopefully more effective.
And building on that adaptability, what about feedback? That's always so critical for learning, isn't it?
It really is. And AI is actually pretty good at individualized evaluation and assessment. It can automate a lot of the evaluation process, give you quick, personalized feedback on assignments, quizzes, tests,
Faster turnaround.
much faster. And this automation helps students see where they need to improve much quicker, and they get specific suggestions for maybe what to review or practice next. Plus, it frees up the teacher from grading hundreds of things manually.
Yeah, I can see that. And for learners who might have diverse needs, this technology sounds like it could be a massive help. How does AI support accessible and special education?
Oh, it's a huge step forward there. For learners with diverse needs, AI offers these adaptive learning solutions, but also assistive tech. Think AI text-to-speech or natural language processing.
Right.
That means the AI can understand your questions and your answers even if you just speak them naturally, like talking to a person.
Yeah.
It makes assistive technology feel much more, well, natural and effective. It's a really significant contribution, I think, to creating a more accessible learning space and promoting equity for all students.
That's really powerful. And sort of looking down the road, I've heard AI might even be able to predict how a student will do academically. Tell us about predictive analysis.
Yeah, this is a branch of AI that uses statistical methods on educational data. Things like grades, attendance records, maybe even behavioral patterns noted by teachers.
Okay.
And it looks for trends to forecast potential outcomes. You sort of think of it like an early warning system for a student's academic journey.
Ah, right.
This helps educators proactively spot maybe warning signs in students who are starting to struggle and then offer help before it becomes a major problem. Or it might reveal wider patterns, maybe in disengagement, that could actually help improve the curriculum design for everyone.
So it's not just about flagging one student, but potentially making the whole system better.
Exactly. It helps make the whole educational approach more informed and hopefully more effective. And speaking of individual help, we bump into AI chatbots all the time now. How are they being used specifically in learning? Chatbots are interesting. They do more than just answer simple questions.